Hey everybody, I'm EJ and welcome back to Hurricanes Herps. I know it's been quite a while since I did a video. I've been, dealing with a little motivation issue, but I wanted to talk to you today about how to prepare for a storm. So across the United States right now, it's January, I think, 17th when I'm recording this. And so there's currently like a massive winter snow storm warning basically across most of the US. It's from like Texas following a straight, like angle up the east, up to the north end of the East Coast. So I wanted to talk to you guys about how to deal with a storm, what to do, and how to prepare. It's a couple days before the storm right now, so if you're late to the game of preparing for impending power outages, then this video will help you as much as I can. So one thing, I do like to have a generator on hand. Now I'm not talking about like a big propane powered generator unless you're like in the north area where like genuinely you could be out of power for weeks. Those are great to have, and they're just really expensive, and they're really not practical for heating, like a small space or running a lot of like inside stuff unless you have a massive extension cord, and there's like a lot that goes into that. Now, like, you are more than welcome to reach out to me and ask questions about that kind of thing, but more practically, they make portable, like small portable battery powered and solar powered generators that will help power like a space heater or power your computer or whatever. Now I got one, the 1200 watt one is going to help you the most. Like, you want to get a minimum 1200 watt if you're trying to run a space heater. Anything lower than that really is not going to do it. The higher the wattage, output wattage, the more expensive you're going to deal with. So, your average 1200 watt space heater or 600 watt space heater is going to run anywhere from like $300 to $700. You can spend upwards of $1,000 on a good 2400 watt one, and that will power multiple space heaters, which will keep your space warmer. But like, this is basically in case of emergency, you don't want all of your animals to literally freeze to death in your basement where I'm sitting right now. And so you want to keep the temperatures really above 50 if possible. So they can handle drops down in the wild, so they'll be able to handle a decent drop down in captivity, but you really just want to stay pretty well above freezing. Even for a couple days, they can handle down to 50, 40, but you want to keep it above that. So the space heater is going to be ideal for that type of situation. Now, let's say that you are late to the game and the portable generators that you found on Amazon won't get here until the February 28th or January 28th, and that's like next Wednesday, and by then the storm will be over and hopefully we'll have power back. And chances are, if we get 24 inches of snow and it's supposed to be delivered on Wednesday, it's not getting delivered on Wednesday anyway. So what do you do? So in those instances, having your old shipping boxes or any kind of insulated box is going to be a huge help. So I like to keep all of my insulated boxes from my pet food deliveries. So the boxes that you get your rodent deliveries in are great to hold on to and just keep as a in case of emergency kind of situation. And then the reptile shipping packs. So you can buy those on Amazon today and they will be here tomorrow. Today is, I think, Thursday. They'll be here by Friday. The storm's not supposed to hit until Sunday. So you've still got like a little bit of a window. And those keep a decent, those will heat like a little box pretty darn well for 48 hours. Or 40 hours, I think they are. But those are great to have on hand. So I would, hop on Amazon, type in reptile shipping heat pack, and they'll pop right up. Just order as many as you need. You can do it in a non-insulated box as well. It just is not, gonna insulate against the outside temperatures quite as much. So that's something to be aware of if you don't have insulation. If you don't have insulation on hand, or like you say you don't have a box, you want to, make your own from scratch because that's what you've got. Fine. So if you've got an old Amazon box, you're good. go to Home Depot and get the 1 inch or 2 inch thick insulation foam. It's like a huge purple sheet, and I think you can get half sheets too. They're like 2 feet by 2 feet, and they're bright purple, and they work fantastic. And you just cut them to fit the inside of the box, and bam, you've got an insulated box to put your animals in. And then, you know, tape the heat pack to the top of it, just like you would for shipping, and close the box. And that will, and you know, if you have a big snake like Aleem behind me, a pillowcase is great. If you don't have snake bags, you can just use an endless supply of pillowcases. You know, that's pretty much what I would recommend to put your snakes in if you don't have a snake bag. And then yeah, so that's one thing. So your space heater, your heat packs. Another thing that you can do to kind of insulate your room against intense temperature drops is they make big magnetic, what are they called? They're like blankets for your door, basically. So you can Velcro it to the wall. So it comes with like a one-side sticky tape, and you Velcro the door, the blanket door, you know, over your door frame. Measure your door before you order so it's not 3 inches too short. But that's one great thing. They also make them for windows. There's also plastic that you can put on windows that's a lot cheaper than the blankets, but the blankets definitely insulate a lot better. But the plastic does a really good job at mitigating any draft that may be coming in. So that's the route that I would take. Those are the 4 things. If you want a direct link, feel free to DM me or comment here, and I'll, you know, include it. I'll try and include some of the links in the description. And I hope that this video helps you kind of mitigate any impending power outages in your storm. So good luck, and stay safe, and keep your animals safe, and I hope everyone gets through this fine, and that it's all overblown and we're actually not getting any snow at all.